you're not as far away from these dreams as you think you are. And I'd say, really, Dad? And he'd go, no, you're actually a lot closer than you think. But because you think it's so far away, you behave in accordance with that belief system, and it always keeps it that far away from you.
So how do we bring our dreams closer to us?
The first thing is, that's a great question. The first thing is you need to believe and know that you're one decision, one relationship, one meeting, one book, one thought, one something away from a completely different life. And when you know that, you begin to look for them.
Things that you do today correctly, making the right choices and decisions, having the right work ethic, preparing yourself to go out and play at a high level on a consistent basis, that's what really prepares you for the future. Focus on what's happening now. Understand that's what you control, and that's what's going to help you most in your future. Making it happen today is the way you improve. That's the way we'll get better. That's the way you'll create more value for yourself, and that will really help our team.
I believe in talent.
Talent is not enough anymore.
I don't believe in talent.
I'm here because I worked hard my whole life.
Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need.
Effort, dedication, work hard.
Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am.
You have to have the will to win.
And if you don't dedicate it 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want.
Put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
Preparation to win is much more important than the will to win. But if you combine the preparation to win and the will to win, I get chills thinking about it. You got a chance, man.
It all starts with who you are. You know, I always tell our players, who you are is more important than what you do. How high you jump, how fast you run, because who you are is your character. And your character is an accumulation of your thoughts, your habits, and your priorities on a day-to-day basis, because those three things determine the choices you make, and the choices you make you who you are. Good guy, bad guy, hardworking, lazy, responsible, irresponsible. And it takes a certain amount of discipline to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done. Practice at a high level all the time, you'll be able to play in the game at a high level all the time. If you don't do it in practice, and you think you're going to be able to do it in a game, probably not going to happen.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
Michael Jordan tells me one day he wants to be the best player that's ever played here. And I said, well, you got to work harder than you did in high school. He said, I worked as hard as everybody else. I said, oh, excuse me. I thought you just told me you want to be the best player to ever play here. He said, I'm going to show you. Nobody will ever work as hard as I work. But I think of 3 years of watching that youngster get better and better and better. Michael Jordan's the only player that could ever turn it on and off. And he never freaking turned it off.
And he just got better and better. I mean, he was, I've never seen a guy that I thought was as good as anybody I'd ever seen, the best 6'4" high school player I'd ever seen. And 5 years later, he was 10 times better. And 5 years later, he was 10 times better. None of us ever saw what he was going to do. And we thought he was going to be great. But nobody saw what, I mean, that boy just worked his butt off.
It's not really about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get it. And in that, maybe you have to give something up that may not be a good habit to replace it with a better habit. Whether it's how you recover, how you sleep, how you dissipate, everybody got to make that decision. So it's not just about what you want, it's about what are you willing to do to get it. That's what it all comes down to, guys.
Lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. You just like to put the pads on. You love when it's showtime. Everybody in the crowd, you're like, hey, Mom, can you see? You can't even start until you know your people there. Once you see them, you're like, showtime. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own, because he loves the process.
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning, but winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy.
It's about the team.
The team success and your individual success go hand in hand. If you guys pour your heart and soul into the team, it'll come back to you tenfold. You will find that in life. The more you try to serve others and help other people, it'll come back to you 10 times. It has got to be about the team.
Greg really pushed me in a direction that I wasn't sure I could go.
Tom Brady met Greg Harden more than 15 years ago during his junior year at Michigan. Brady had been waiting his turn as a backup, only to see his coach all but promise the quarterback job to a hotshot recruit named Drew Henson.
And he comes in my office and he's like, he's just frustrated. He's tired. And he knows that he has to do something different and he can't figure out what.
I used to say, well, I don't get the opportunity. They didn't give me the opportunity. They're not giving me a chance. You know, they like this other guy more. They like this other. You know, he's probably the first person in your life that says, well, you don't deserve to really be on the field. But he said, look, there's a reason why the other guy's out there. You know, and you got to figure out how you can get your coaches to believe in you, to put you out there. And a lot of it was, they told me this all the time, if you don't believe in yourself, then why is anyone else going to believe in you?
At the time, no one believed that Brady would become one of the greatest players of all time.
I mean, there's no way in heck I thought that Tom Brady would be Tom Brady. I knew that he was a kid that I thought the world of.
I wasn't the highest recruited kid. I wasn't the best athlete. I didn't blow anybody's, socks off when I went out onto the practice field to try to go out there and compete. And I found I could get the edge through my competitiveness and through my drive and my work ethic.
Greg, define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1-6.
And I used to play against Ray Lewis. I wouldn't throw the ball to the middle of the field because he would hit him and knock him out of the game.
I went to talk to Ray Lewis before the game. I said, Ray, how long y'all playing? They said, as long as you play. This is a preseason game. I'm like, whoa. I mean, not a quarter.
Put your hands on him and let's play. Put your hands on him and let's play. They ain't ready for this. You can't run from this. You can't run from this. I can't let them hide from me tonight.
People ask me, do I miss the game? I never missed the game because I gave it everything I had. But I tell you what I do miss.
Walking side by side, me and the devil.
It's a man's game tonight now, you know that.
I said, you know what, I'm going to apply the same thing that I had learned in those previous years. I'm going to go out there and compete as hard as I can. And I'm going to treat practice like a game. And I'm going to gain the respect of my teammates every day through my work ethics.
You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I thought you said you wanted to be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap. And we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
The waters off San Clemente are a breeding ground for the great white sharks. The students are flown out to San Clemente Island, which lies off the coast of San Diego. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks.
Sat in the gym while the rest of your team finished up, right? That's a problem. And why is that a problem? When we start something as a team, the job is not done until the mission is complete. 3 things I look for in a teammate. The first one is dependability. Second thing I look for in a teammate is skill. The last thing I look for in a teammate, and the most important thing and the hardest thing to find, is selflessness. If everybody in this team is more concerned about the person beside them than they are concerned about themselves, the team will become unstoppable.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you arrived.
In the SEAL teams, we have a saying: the only easy day was yesterday. Every single day you come into work. Every single day you come to practice. Every single day you play a game, you got something to prove. And the day you think you don't have anything left to prove, the day you think you have earned the respect, that's the day you're not going to be the teammate people need you to be. It is about hard work, your desire, your will to keep fighting every second of every play. Because you're not entitled to anything.
I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah. I'm putting my arm around so you are strong I am. I'm putting my arm around so you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a fortune with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries today. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today.
You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. Hell yeah. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?